I'm back today to record another live tarot reading for you guys. I do want to check my lighting. My lighting is not the best. I'm trying to get the lighting to be better. It's really not that great. Hopefully, it will improve a little bit. I'm losing light, so I'm just gonna do a quick live reading. Hopefully, you guys can hear me. And because I'm going to be on here so fast, I'm just going to pull, just lay out a spread and see what I get as far as the messages. I am pulling reverses today because I wanted to change things up a little bit. So any of the messages that I get, I'm going to get from the cards that are in reverse. So there aren't going to be groups today with this reading, but I did another pick a card reading earlier today on Instagram. So if you want to see that, that's over there, that is posted. So I do want to say really quickly that if any of you want to do a private reading, feel free to check out my website. You can book through there, OracleDaphne.com. And yeah, basically I'd love to read for you. So I'm gonna lay out a spread here and see what I get. Again, this could be a short live reading, and go from there. The first card that's jumping out at me is the Sun in reverse, and the Sun in reverse to me is feeling tired and drained. It's, being somebody's maybe ruffled your feathers, or being a little bit like scattered, or just feeling, like you need to recharge. A lot of times this is like a forced rest, where, you've overdone it somehow. Maybe you stayed up too late, or, maybe you just were, too busy. And then the universe is like, well, it's time to take a break. And so that it's one of those things where most of the time it's just feeling drained in some way, physically usually, but this could be emotionally too, even though it's not showing up in position of emotions. And it's funny because the card in the position of emotions is about problems falling away, having accomplished a lot. So it's interesting that your emotions are very much tied in with what you're doing, maybe your to-do list, things that you're trying to get done. And maybe you are feeling good about getting a lot done, but the problem is that it may be draining you physically, in some way. There is this element of what I call spinning, where there's two modes to people who kind of tend to spin. Usually there's the go mode, and then there's the mode where they don't do anything, where they're at home and they maybe sit on the couch for a long time and watch, they stay on their cell phone, or they watch TV, or there's those two modes. Some of you, it's weird that this spinning energy is coming in. I don't really know why it would be coming in this regard. It's meeting up with this change card. The Death in reverse card to me is about refusing to make changes. So I don't know what this spinning is, but whatever spinning this is happening, it's going to be like a catalyst. Either this is a person who, I feel like for some, this is a person that's in your life that either came into your life very fast, or they have very fast moving energy. This can be talking to a grief counselor, or a counselor about post-traumatic stress. This could be like something triggers you regarding post-traumatic stress, or talking with a counselor regarding some form of post-traumatic stress. I'm seeing that. I see some of you are going to be getting into a very long-term marriage with children. Because we have the Two of Cups in reverse. Two of Cups in reverse is, to me, a very long-term relationship with kids. It's a little bit traditional. Some of you may already be in a long-term marriage with kids that's traditional as well. But I feel like this is, I don't know. It's hard to explain. It's more of like a quaint energy rather than like an expansive large family. So this doesn't feel like this is where you and a partner have six children. This is where you and a partner maybe have two or three at the most, and maybe live in like a smaller size house. Maybe like an average sort of house, but to me it feels smaller. It's more quaint. It's more small. It's more intimate. To me, the level of intimacy and closeness that you will have with this partner is very, very tight. That's the thing. So it just feels like there's more of like a I don't know, magnetic connection with this person, whoever this person is. Now, some of you may have recently gone through a divorce, or be going through a divorce of like, after like 25 years of marriage or 30 years of marriage or 17 years of marriage, like that could have happened already. And maybe for some of you, that hasn't happened yet. To me, like there's this strange energy where this Two of Cups in reverse is sort of stuck between the Tower in reverse and the Death in reverse. And that is very intense energy. The Tower in reverse is like a red flag. And the Death in reverse is a refusal to make changes. So maybe something happened with a partner and there's no change happening. It's for some of you, that's what it is. The other story is maybe something major happened to you in the past, or you're a part of some kind of major event. And you're recovering from that event. Let's just say this is another story that's a potential. And maybe you're on track to meeting someone new, which would lead to a long-term marriage and with children too, with children. For some of you, the story is you are just on track to having a long-term marriage situation, and there's all these other factors, there's other things going around. And some of you, you're already in a partnership that's long-term and there's all these other things going around. And maybe it's draining, maybe there's something that's draining of some kind. Some of you are like continuing to like text an ex, or someone has said, maybe you broke up with them, but like there's a continuation of texting of some kind to someone that maybe you're in no contact with. Maybe you disagreed with something they said or did, and then for whatever reason they may have ghosted you, and then this is just a story. This could, not going to apply for everyone, but then there's some kind of continuation or wanting to follow through. Like, let's just say someone's like, I don't want to talk to you. Like, please don't contact me. This is like contacting them again, even though they have said, please don't contact me. I don't advise it. I really don't advise it. If someone has said, please do not contact, take my word for it. Don't do it, Some of you are just going through like to me, it's like a simple breakup with a boyfriend or a girlfriend. And some of you are trying to pay off your debts or trying to figure in your your budget. That's a big sneeze. You're trying to factor in your budget. You're trying to figure out what your budget's going to be, or like you're trying to pay off old debts, or trying to like not think about old debts. To me, there's something about old debts here. I do see a nest egg financially, which is going to be very healthy later in time. Financially, you're going to have some level of stability. Okay, now this is throwing me for a loop. Okay, so we've got the sun in reverse. Again, these are all reverses. Sun in reverse, crowning, and I pulled the moon in reverse for the foundation. And I have never seen this like this ever, this energy ever. I am not entirely sure what is happening or what happened in the past in order for this energy to be so strange. Because even in the reverses, sometimes things are really, really great in reverses. It's not like the cards are not all bad, is what I'm trying to tell you. But the moon in reverse is confusion for long periods of time and um just not really knowing how to get out of this cycle, these cycles or patterns, and not ending cycles or patterns. Um, when they needed to end, not asking for help, not maybe taking some much needed advice, figuring out, finding your way. It's sort of like, and the feeling that I have actually is that your world, if it's not completely upside down right now, it will be. Because to me, when the sun and the moon are both in this energy, um it feels like your world is going to be upside down and spinning. There is this energy of spinning, upside down and spinning. Now, when I say this, some of you, it's just like feeling like maybe you're not in the right time or feeling like you're stuck in a nightmare that you want to wake up from. And sometimes I feel this way, and I felt this way about the energy in general. Sometimes it feels to me like it's a nightmare. Like it's a nightmare that I want to wake up from. That this whole bullshit about the end times, and I'll just say this, about the end times is really, really disconcerting and upsetting and frustrating and like what the fuck. It's really about what the fuck right now. And there's a lot of shit that's about to go down, and I'm not happy with it. And some of you just may feel like that. You may feel like the world has gone to shit. It's basically the feeling that I'm getting here. Maybe your world has gone to shit, but maybe the world has gone to shit, and you're like, this is messed up. Like, I went and got gas today, and gas is $4, even with my discount at the, local gas station, $4.89, which is the most it's been since I moved back here. And it's just, it's intense. There's a lot of intense energies that I'm picking up here, an intense dislike for how things have gone. I feel like there's a strong push-pull energy here because you got both the Fool in reverse as well as the Seven of Cups in reverse, and the Fool is the universe forcing you to take a leap of faith before you're ready. And the Seven of Cups is the things that are outside of your control, like forcing you to move before you're ready. So your landlord saying, say you're renting a room somewhere, coming and saying, well, I need the room for my child. My child needs to move back in and they are my priority, so you must move. It's something outside of your control, where you have to leave someplace. And I don't like Seven of Cups, and I don't like the Fool in reverse. Usually things sort of settle down. What needs to happen is that things in this, people that are watching, energy needs to really settle down. But the push-pull is that the universe is absolutely, if it hasn't happened already, going to be forcing you to take some sort of leap of faith and some sort of move. And you might be refusing or not wanting to do it. Like, you may be blocking it in some way. You may be like, fuck that, I'm not going to do it. Like there's some energy of like not wanting things to change. I think that there's a part of us that all really wants things to change, but we resist it. We get stuck in our own fears of like whatever doesn't feel safe, like, and like for like all these periods in my life, there's been times where nothing felt safe, when everything felt like it had gone to shit. And some of you may feel that way. But yeah, like there's the Fool, as originally was the foundation of this spread, and the Fool is about taking the universe, forcing you to take a leap before you're ready. And so all these other things may not even matter. That to me is like the focal point and the foundation, and it's going to come up later in time if it hasn't already come up, because the foundation always affects the future in some way. Like the past affects the future. And I've told this to people before. It's very, very important for people to understand the past affects the future. And I do talk about the past in my relationships and with people so that they understand how that's affecting me today. Now, does that mean like, history is going to repeat itself? Not necessarily. I mean, history does repeat itself sometimes, but if we've learned our lesson and we're trying to make a change, then probably not. But it's going to affect the person. And so I just want to say that some of you need to address the past. You need to look at the past, and this might not even be you, but to me, this is like maybe someone in your past or from your past, or is something that happened in the past is affecting you now. And maybe this is where you need to address this with a partner or a loved one or a therapist or someone, a friend, where you say to them like, okay, this is the shit that went down at this time. And that was not good for me. And this is what happened. And this is how I'm functioning today because of this. And this is how it impacted me. Some of you, this is going way back into the past. Some of you, this is going into the recent past. And some of you, this is going into a distant past. But it's going to depend on each person. But it's important to talk it through. Like, I feel like some of you are not ready necessarily for the changes that are coming that you're going to need to make. There's this push-pull, absolutely push-pull. There's something that's going to make you so angry, but you're overly tired that you're not really going to be able to, like, do anything about it. But I also see, I don't know, like, I feel like for some people, there's this split energy, one of the nest egg and one of the financial loss. So to me, it's like splitting something straight down the middle, 50-50. And I'm getting this across the board with the moon and the sun. It's like 50-50. It's like on one hand, there's a nest egg. On one hand, you're just tired. On the other, there's this financial loss or really concern about poverty and absolute confusion about what's going on, and an exhaustion where you don't have the emotional energy. And then at the same time, there's this healing energy that's like very like, you're going to get through the emotional turbulence. You just have to get through it, And with this, the other 50-50 is that there's this needing to change and the universe forcing it to happen. And then there's the resistance to it, like the change is needed, you not wanting it, and it's a fight. It feels like overall, this energy is a fight, some sort of fight. And it does not mean you're going to get into a fight. Some of you might get into a fight. Could be a physical fight, could be a bar fight, could be some kind of domestic violence stuff. I don't even like to say that. I have not seen the domestic violence card here. I don't like to see it at all. It's not showing up here. It does not mean it couldn't happen. It's just saying that, like, that's not the story here. Although, because there's this 50-50 split of the energy where on one hand you have money, on the other you do not. On the one hand you are so angry, and the other you are absolutely healing from the past. On one hand, you like I said, you're being forced to change. On the other, you're refusing to change. I don't know if I've seen such a polarized reading before, but this is very, very polarized. It's hard for me to even say what the outcome is going to be. Um, and I pulled it, and of course, okay, so here's like this is the thing. We have the world card showing up, and I was waiting for this. I was waiting for this because I wanted to see what I said about the world feeling like turning upside down and being upside down. And I'm reading obviously in reverses, but this is the world card, and it's upside down. It's literally your world may feel at some point like it's turned on its end, but if you can make it through whatever this polarity time is, you're going to be okay, because the world, when it's in reverse, is absolute mastery. It is mastery. Because the world in upright, she's done with the chords, she's done with her past, she's learned her lessons. But in the reverse, this is a healer. This is the medicine woman. This is the next level leader. This is someone who's really, really empowered in their life, who knows their shit, who's owned their shit, who goes on to give a lot back to the community and do a lot for the world. So I would say make it through whatever it is you got to get through. Get up every morning, put your best foot forward. Put your pant legs on one at a time. Do the best you can to get through this energy. At some point, you are going to be the channel for money. You're going to have a lot more, and you're going to be afraid of nothing. And you will heal everything. To me, heal everything, because that's you're being called to master this polarity. That's what you're being called to do. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And once you've mastered this polarity, I feel like there will be a strong relationship that's available to you. If a partner has been along for that ride, also, they will understand you more than say anybody else, really, because they will have experienced that journey with you. So, I haven't seen anything in the live chat. Let me check the live chat. Haven't seen anything there. I think that's where I'm going to leave it. Thank you guys for watching and being supportive and amazing fans and followers. Yeah, I'll be back again for more, so stay tuned. Please donate. If people are not donating, even if it's $10, it's super, super helpful at this time. And I'd really appreciate it. So, thanks, Laura. You have a really great day, okay? And yeah, I'll talk to you guys again soon. I send everyone big hugs. Big hugs. Okay, big kisses. And I'll talk to you guys again soon. Have a great day. Bye, guys.